So the question has been asked of me many times: Who is Kevin Wallen? And in answering that question, I'm not sure what to say because there's so many things that I like, and I think it's not necessarily who I am that the question is alluding to. It's more, what are the things that I like? Um, so I'm going to attempt to answer both. Um, I like feeling like I'm involved with something that's making a difference, something that is about something. It changes something, it does something, it moves something. And so that most of my life, whatever the work is that I've been involved with, I find that it has always been things that have just been tied with my own personal growth. The relationships that I've had, they have been so great on so many different levels. I used to think that they, think of the stuff that I considered to be negative back then when it happened, and just, it's almost like you carry the resentment for the women, or for the person that you experience the situation with, and now that I look back at it, I just see how necessary all of those experiences have been, and it's in the relationships, and it's in the friendships, and it's in all of that. There's some friendships that have ended in ways that you probably would not have wanted it to end. But because of that, it set you on a particular path, and there's something that you needed on that path that you would not have gotten otherwise. Otherwise, you would have taken another path. That's just simply how it is. I look back with gratitude. Um, just, just the kind of experiences that I've had, and the fact that I've been, in a sense, awake enough to understand that it's like when the magic was happening, or when the miracles were taking place, I was able to realize and to recognize that there was something amazing happening here. I found myself in situations where it was so amazingly tight that I did not know how I was going to get out of those corners, or if I was going to get out of those corners. And I would always be able to get out of those corners. I've learned to live now. I learned to live in the present. I've learned to, as best as I can, to take a look at what it is that's going on around me, see it for what it is, and then choose how it is that I interact with all of it. If I can maintain that on a daily basis, then, or on a moment to moment basis rather, I I will be able to find some peace in my life. Perfection. Perfection is what I consider myself to be, in the sense that I'm growing towards something, towards my greater good, towards my passion, And so every experience that I'm having right now is a part of that, and it builds that, and it adds to that. And at the end of the day, it's an accumulation of all my experiences. That is what I become. But if I live in every moment, I'll be able to see the things that don't serve me very well, and be able to drop those and capitalize on the ones that do, or the ones that does. I've been writing on Facebook for a while now, and I don't know. I think the same way that I'm speaking to you right now is pretty much the same way that I write. I just pretty much put my hands on the key, and I just free flow, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm hoping, that someone will need a word that is in that. Someone will need a line that was in that. Something, by reading it, it brings back a spirit, or it builds up a nice little vibe in you. Something that says, get up and go do whatever it is that you're up to. So my thing is, all of my blogs, my Facebook posts, all of these things have just been, either reminders for me, or just motivation for me, or inspiration for me. But it's always just been about me just wanting to just kind of get close to that thing that, that I know is out there, you know. it's been it's been such a peaceful and such an amazing journey. But the one thing that I can say that comes to my mind right now is just how when you get a good sense of who you are, and when you understand all the different things that you've been through, all the different things that you've gone through, and the hurt and the pain and the good and the bad and all of it, every single bit of it played a role with you being exactly where it is that you are right now. Every bit of it. But here you are, and you can choose to step off into anything. You can choose to do whatever it is that you want to do from this point on. You have 100% freedom. So I want to talk to you a little bit about wrestling too.